Hey guys, so for the past week I've been playing a lot of Batman Arkham Knight and I enjoyed the game so much that I decided to do a review on it. And keep in mind that this is my first time doing a game review, so it might be a little bit out of order, but just bear with me. And yeah, let's begin and let's talk about the story and the graphics first. So the story takes place a year after the events of Batman Arkham City. Joker's dead and Batman is being faced with a new threat in Gotham, which is a Scarecrow with his new fear toxin and a new character called Arkham Knight. I can't talk about the story too much without spoiling it for you, so I'm gonna stop there. And as you can see, the Gotham looks amazing. You can fly almost anywhere where the eye can see, and the map is basically 3 times bigger than it was in Batman Arkham City. This game has a pretty lengthy campaign of 12 hours, and it also has a lot of side quests that are really interesting and involve taking down known villains like Two-Face, Penguin, and the Riddler. My only complaints about the story are that they make a little bit too obvious who Arkham Knight is, and if you want to get like the real ending, you have to complete the game by 100%, and that might take a while because the Riddler challenges in this game are the hardest one yet. And as I said, this game has a lot of side stories and they also take a lot of time to complete. And now let's talk about the fighting. So as you can see, the fighting is really fluid, it's really easy to learn, and this game introduces some new mechanics to the franchise like dual play, environmental takedowns. You can also pick up stuff from the ground like crates, pipes, and baseball bats. It's really fun to beat your enemies with them, and it makes the combat a little bit more easier and adds some variation to it. Batman Arkham Knight also introduces a few new enemy types, which I find really interesting, especially the militia's medic, which basically can revive his fallen comrades back to the fight, and it adds a lot more strategy and variation to the game, and that is always a good thing. And obviously the Predator sequences are back. They're basically my favorite parts of the game. I really enjoy them because they involve a lot of strategy, quick thinking, and reaction. Also, there are a lot of ways to take your enemies out, and the mobility has also been increased. You can get around the area really quickly, and I really love that they included the new feature which is called Fear Takedown. Basically what it is, you can take out up to 5 enemies at the same time if you catch them unaware, and this is an example. These are only 2 guys, but yeah, basically how it works, you take down one guy, the time is basically in slow motion, and you can select your next target. And one thing that I miss are the challenge maps. There are a few in this game, but I wish there were more. And just to sum it up, the hand-to-hand combat in this game is just fantastic. It involves a lot of strategy and it's just a lot of fun. But now it's time to talk about the most anticipated thing about this game, which is the Batmobile. Now, I just enjoyed the Batmobile. I think it is awesome, it looks awesome, and it handles just great. It can tear through cover like nothing, and it also has lethal and non-lethal weapons. It's also involved in a lot of story missions where you have to do some puzzle solving as well as with Riddler. And the Batmobile has 2 modes, one of them being the pursuit mode, which you're watching right now, and the other mode is called battle mode, which is basically tank mode. And what you have to do there is fight these unmanned drones, and I think it's just a little bit too convenient for the story because Batman just gets to obliterate these unmanned tanks. I think the game would have been just fine without it. Although they're fun, they get boring pretty fast because there are a lot of these battles in the story. And finally, I would just like to add that puzzle solving, voice acting, and humor in this game are just excellent. So for the last game in Batman Arkham series, I think it wrapped up great. It had a great ending. It's kind of left for your own interpretation, and I would rate this game platinum worthy because I already have platinum for it. I enjoyed every single second of it. And yeah guys, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.